Hello, this is the Mae B Mindful Podcast, and I am your host, Hannah Mae. I'm a mother of 6, conscious birth instructor and educator, spiritual growth facilitator, and certified hypnotist. This podcast is about inspiring hope, expanding awareness and consciousness in order to revolutionize the way we live and experience our lives. You can expect thought-provoking episodes each week spanning a range of topics, drawing from both my own journey of transformation and healing and working with others. I hope you find this podcast to be informative, refreshing, illuminating, and instrumental in your own soul's evolution and growth. Let's jump right in. Hi guys, welcome back to the Mae B Mindful Podcast. I'm your host, Hannah Mae, and I just wanted to have a little quick word on the subject of being an empath. And it's actually a really fascinating and pretty complex conversation because it can be viewed from lots of different angles and there's lots of different aspects to it. And it can really get a little complicated sometimes, or it can feel complicated. And then sometimes there's other issues, so to speak, that can overlap with this, that can confuse the issue more when we're just slapping one sort of label or title as a generalization over everything. We're pretty multifaceted, complicated creatures, and we come with our own set of circumstances, conditioning, and experiences to the table. So in addition to maybe this heightened sensitivity that it is being an empath, there can be a lot to navigate and sift through there. So I just wanted to open up the conversation because it's really many conversations, and I really feel like we have entered the era and have been in for a period of time, the era of the empath. And it's kind of an amazing thing because I think there's a very particular calling on somebody that is wired this way. And while it can feel incredibly burdensome until you have learned to channel this gift, and it really is a gift, which is my next point, is while it can feel burdensome, it is a gift, and it of course opens incredible opportunity to experience life in a really unique way and to serve in a really, really unique way and be a part of some really beautiful transformation and be a source of healing and growth in this spiritual revolution that I really feel that we are in the midst of. I don't know at what stage in that revolution we are because it's hard to say, but I know that we're in it. People who identify as such can feel really overwhelmed by this because, of course, if you identify as such, then you are more sensitive and attuned to different energies. You're probably picking up on all of it. And so it can feel really overwhelming when you are perceiving certain things that you cannot see. And until we learn how to channel this gift, it can feel like it does us a good amount of harm. But there's also this danger, not danger, real thing, okay, we'll call it a real thing, of having it be more burdensome than it needs to. I'm just going to use an example to help explain what in the world I'm trying to say right now. I had this interesting interaction a while back with someone that I had a relationship with, and we had a very open, honest relationship, and I was able to talk to her about this kind of stuff because I thought she understood it. But she's human, so she's subject to flawed judgment, right? And it was interesting. She said to me, Hannah, you don't know what this person is feeling. And based on my own journey and my own growth and where I am, for that particular situation, I could say with certainty, actually, no, I do know what that person is feeling because I feel it in my body. But where I was off was in the meaning that I was assigning it. And so until we start to really understand and see things in the right light, which we really need spiritual discernment for, I believe, our interpretation can be off. We're not dealing with something in the realm of the 5 senses here, okay? There's a good amount of spiritual, energetic, and emotional discernment that's needed. We're dealing with things on an energetic and spiritual plane, and there's really a heightened need to stay very clear and to continue to do your work around addressing the things that come up within you as a result of the things that you may be picking up on and that you may be coming into contact with, and these, in order to not internalize things and assign them a meaning based on your own wounding or misperceptions around things or fears even. And so the truth was that I did know, and I often do know, but my interpretation and the meaning that I assign it can be way off. And it was for most of my life. And it still can be, of course, because I'm a human and I'm subject to a flawed perception and being wrong sometimes. So, we come from a variety of backgrounds. And it's important to make a separation and go, okay, what is what? If hypervigilance is a survival skill, if that's in my tool set and something that enabled me to get through life with, then that can really play on and aggravate and set me up to see things in a different way until I've healed the things at the core of that need to be hypervigilant, that came out of, that was birthed out of, right? Or if I have codependency issues, which is something that I've journeyed through and continue to recover in and from. And so a lot of times these things can get very intertwined and confused, and we can end up really suffering as a result of being unwell because of those things, because there's things that we need to recover from. We don't need to recover from our gifting, from our sensitivity. We just need to learn how to take care of ourselves and how to navigate that path and really hone and shape our gift. So, if you're coming from a background with any sort of, as an example, volatility, whether it be emotional, physical, spiritual, and you're carrying that stuff, then for the empath, those things can be carried burdens, and they can be carrying pain and housing pain in their body that actually doesn't belong to them. And there's a good amount of cleaning house and offloading that needs to happen there. And this is really, really important work for anybody that has this heightened sensitivity, because a lot of times this ability to connect with people in this way is just a really wonderful thing, because not only can you enjoy life in a really unique way where you feel and experience things in a more intense way, you can connect and see other people's pain, for example, and be able to serve in a really unique and powerful way. When this stuff that caused us pain that we didn't understand for so long can come full circle, and we can see how powerful it is and how much healing and joy it can bring, then it can really allow us to have our own healing experience and so much gratitude. So this, like I said, this is just the beginning of this conversation, but I wanted to open it up and put it on the table, and I welcome your guys' thoughts and feedback, comments, and I'm curious to see what direction this will go based on that. Goodbye, my friends. Thank you for tuning in to the Mae B Mindful Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us grow and improve. For more information, resources, and exclusive content, visit our website at maybemindful.com, or go ahead and follow us over on Instagram at Mae B Mindful. If you enjoyed this week's episode, please give me a follow, screenshot the episode, and go ahead and tag me until next week when I bring you another thought-provoking and inspiring topic. Until then,